first item on our agenda is a new hearing for Rahway Road. Mark, can you read that into the record for us, please?
Yes, sir. The petition of Scott Silvidio for property located at 13 Rahway Road is shown in book and page 69537-119, map number 16, parcel number 117 of the Burlington Assessors Maps. The applicant is seeking to construct a 5 foot by 9.8 inches roof over the existing deck. This is in violation of Article 5, Section 5.2.0. The front setback will be 20 feet, and the Burlington zoning bylaws require no less than 25 feet. Also, the applicant is seeking to change the existing 11-foot side setback to a conforming setback. As shown, plans filed July 24, 2019. A copy can be retrieved at the clerk's office.
Please introduce yourself and give us an overview of your project.
Sure. My name's Scott Silvidio. Basically have a front porch that has been existing since the house was built, and I'm just looking to put a small roof over that existing front porch. And there's the side had a grandfather, I forget the exact term, but it had an 11-foot setback from the property because of the previous structure that was there, and I was looking to convert that into a conforming.
Okay. Adam, any questions?
Not at this moment.
Mark?
No questions, although, is it grandfathered? Is it, I mean, the house was built. What was the original structure?
The house that I own now was built 12 years ago, and the house before it was in that same kind of location on the property.
Okay. So was there an addition to the property? Is that what you're describing?
No, so the original house that was there a long time ago.
Oh,
was
demolished? Oh, okay, all right.
And the builder, it was the Murrays, built the new house there, and we bought it from them after it was built.
Okay.
All right. And so part of that was a front porch of egress, and I'm just looking to put a roof right over that existing front porch.
No further questions at this time.
Brenda?
I don't have any questions, thank you.
John?
Yeah, so if it was grandfathered, it makes it a conforming lot now. I don't understand why you're going for it.
Well, so for the porch,
No, I'm talking about the side
on the
setback.
side, my understanding was that it's not officially conforming unless I went for the variance on it. That's what I was told by the building department.
Well, how could that house have been built if it didn't have,
Should have needed a variance.
Should have got a
back
variance
at the time
then.
of the build, but I don't know if they ever got one or not.
it's only 12 years ago. It's
Yeah,
not
right,
that-
they should have needed one.
Well, I
You would've
understand they need a
thought.
variance from the standpoint of it being the same location as the previous structure. But
So then that in itself, doesn't that make that conforming?
So you're saying that they got a variance for this footprint, this existing footprint that's there?
yes, that's the existing footprint that was there before.
And then, but when they built the new building, they got a variance?
My understanding was they didn't because it was within the same footprint as it was previous.
So the foundation didn't change, the size of the
So
foundation?
that makes it grandfathered, but
Right.
I don't care. I mean,
Yeah.
it's record keeping, but it seems to me like you're going through a process you didn't really need to have to go through, in my opinion, but maybe I'm,
So I was told I had to go through the process for the roof over the porch.
oh, definitely.
And that while I was at it, the building department suggested that I may want to make that officially
Okay.
conforming.
Sure.
It's your money. So I have no problem with any of it. I think, I would just ask whoever, if we do agree to it, that if you give him a 20-foot setback, technically, he could put a farmer's porch across the whole front porch. So I would just ask that the dimensions be put on the variance. So it just limits it to what's over the porch.
We
That's
could
it.
limit it to the site plan that he
Yeah,
provided us.
yeah, to that.
Okay. All right, yeah, I agree with that, limited into the existing, that's fine. I don't really have any other issues or any conditions other than that. This is a public hearing. Is there anyone in the audience that would like to speak in favor or against this proposal? Seeing none, take a motion to close.
Motion to close the public hearing.
Second?
Motion is made and seconded to close the public hearing. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? 5-0. Anyone else, any other questions or comments or motions?
Motion to approve the application for, what am I looking at? The Scott Salvidio property as shown on plans filed on July 24th, 2019, with a setback of 20 feet, is that what we're saying? Approving the setback of 20 feet in the rear. Is it 20 feet or are we doing
20 feet.
25?
20 feet.
Feet in front.
20 feet in the front, excuse me. And the covered porch as shown on the plan, or I should say, as shown in the pictures submitted with the application.
Well, I think if you reference this plan, so that, I think,
Right, we already referenced them, as shown on plans filed on July 24th, 2019.
yeah, okay.
Okay.
And then the side setback as well.
Oh, also, and the side setback of 11 feet.
Yep. All right, motion is made. Do we have a second?
Second.
Motion is made and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? 5-0. You're all set.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Okay, the next item on our agenda is a new hearing from Macy's for signs as advertised.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Hello, if you could please introduce yourselves and give us a overview of your proposal.
Hi, my name is Elizabeth Bug, and I'm the Assistant Store Manager of Macy's in Burlington. And
I'm Cindy Abel, I'm the District Facility Manager for Macy's in New England.
Excuse me, if you don't mind just moving the microphone closer, just for the people at home, they won't be able to hear you.
Is that better?
Yep, thank you.
so the reason why we're here is because the sign, the exterior sign on our building is broken and in need of being repaired. However, the cost to repair the sign is equal to or greater than replacing it to the new nationwide standard of signage on the exterior of all Macy's stores.
Okay. All right, John, I'll start with you.
Yeah, so this sign is bigger or the same size as the previous one? I know it's bigger because you got the, you adding the star. So the only difference is you're adding the star?
Yeah, the only difference is we're going to converting it from a neon to a LED. And then we're just making it the Macy's brand with the star on it.
Okay, so square footage wise, what are we asking for? We're asking for more square feet than what you already have?
No, it's the same amount of square
It's the
feet.
same exact size?
Yeah.
And what about the lumens on the sign, do you know?
I want to say it's 1,500.
So we have 90,
90 per square
we
foot.
have a 90 per square foot limit.
Is that here?
So you're saying you think it's 1,500 total,
I think it's 1,500 total for a sign.
at 300 square feet? So you'd only be 5? Doesn't seem right.
No, that doesn't sound right.
309.9 square feet on one of them. There's 3 different signs. They're all about the same size, too.
And you believe it's 1,500 lumens?
I thought it was,
That might be the output of the lights.
it says, off the wall, 2-inch for LED silhouette illumination, style logo, 8 inches deep to be face illuminated.
Yeah, but it doesn't mention the lumens.
Right, it's the lumens that we're looking for, so even if we've moved forward, if the board is approving the sign, we would have to restrict it to 90 lumens per square foot. That's our standard, which I don't think that you would find to be a negative aspect for signage. It seems to be well-received by other folks or applicants, I should say.
Okay.
John, anything else?
No, that's basically it. I mean, they're not changing the square footage of the sign, so
Yeah.
I'm fine.
Brenda?
I don't have any questions or additional comments.
Mark?
No questions.
Adam?
No questions.
All my questions have been answered, asked. This is a public hearing. Is there anyone in the audience that would like to speak in favor or against this proposal? All right, seeing none.
Motion to close the public hearing?
Second?
Motion is made and seconded to close the public hearing. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? 5-0. All right, comments or motions?
Motion to approve.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
So.
One more minute.
We're almost there. So, motion to approve the application as advertised, but to note the restriction of 90 lumens per square foot. Do I need to go through the dimensions, or can we say as advertised?
As advertised.
Perfect.
And I don't think we need to reference these plans per se, because the measurements are on the advertised, okay.
As advertised, right. So, great.
All right, motion is made. Do we have a second?
Second.
Motion is made and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? 5-0. You're all set. Thank you. All right, the next item on our agenda is a new hearing for 11 Cambridge Street for new signage as advertised.
Hi, guys.
Hello, can you please introduce yourself and give us an overview of your proposal?
Sure. So my name is Nick. I'm from Fast Signs. I'm the sign company representing Flawless Med Spa. So we're just seeking to do, if you see the creatives, if you guys have that, we're pretty much doing the same exact specifications as the sign below so that the two signs are harmonious on that building. There was another sign company that made the sign below, but it's really easy. It's the same, we're gonna make the letters the same thickness, 5 inches thick. The letters will all be connected with the raceway, and it's just gonna fit between those two lights at the top there, right in the midsection. So it's gonna be on a corner. This building is on a corner, so they're just trying to advertise both sides.
Okay, Adam, we'll start with you. Do you have any questions?
Not at the moment.
Okay, Mark?
So, I'm trying to get a handle on the size, so it's 17 feet wide, is that right?
Mhm.
Okay, and the zoning bylaw is 6 feet or less, right?
6 feet is like this big. I'm just kidding.
But I mean, it's definitely oversized and in violation of the bylaw, and so,
In relation to Dental Bright, it's about the same total square
right, but
footage.
the rules are different for the first floor, right?
I see, okay.
So I do have a problem with the size of that sign. It does look bigger than Dental Bright, actually, so,
The letters will be taller. Yeah, you're correct. Letters would have to be taller. We were trying to make it so that one wouldn't look like, puny in relation. They should look, good together, but I totally respect.
so I do have an objection to the plan that you proposed, and I'll reserve and let the other members comment as well.
All right, Brenda?
Do you know how tall the Dental Bright letters are without the underline?
It's a 4-foot tall sign, so we could estimate that those letters would probably be, I can get you that number. When we went through the designs, we definitely know what it was, but I don't know what it all is offhand. It must be, I want to say 18 inches, 18 to 20 inches maybe?
20 inches tall, and how wide do you think it is?
About 16 or 17 feet.
That one's 16. And is that inclusive of the tooth to the left, do you know?
Actually, it might be 18. I think it's actually wider than what we have. Sorry.
But that would be including the tooth,
Right,
the logo.
So the overall size of dental.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, I would like to see it a little smaller.
Sure.
I think as you heard in the for the previous applicant, you know, we have a 90 lumens per square feet. And what, do you know what this is?
I can provide that. We had done a signed Learning Town on A Street.
Okay.
And then you guys, that's one thing I actually forgot to put in this. It's been a while since I've gone through this process, so it was my mistake. But all the signage is produced through Fast Signs Corporate, so they have the standards that comply with most towns, like other towns will require this as well. So last time, I'll just put that same exact, it'll definitely be within 90 lumens per square foot for sure.
Yeah, I think I'd like to see it a little smaller, and then with the detail of the 90 lumens, you know, again, we can always restrict that with the applicant, you know, with an approval, but I would like to see it a little bit smaller.
Like, what do you think, like 10% smaller? Or is it by the height of the letters you guys would want to guide?
I feel like, you know, the height of the letters, because we said this one is what, 5 feet tall versus they're 4 feet tall?
The letters are 31 inches on this one. Floss, my spot.
31 inches.
Thing is, it's also on the second floor, so my concern, again, respecting what you guys are saying, the higher up it is, the harder it is to see from the building, so I would hate for them to pay for the signs, it's a considerable amount of money that they're gonna invest, and then once we install it, then they're gonna come after us that the sign's too small. It's not
Is it-
noticeable.
Is there any street signage? Is there any monument signs?
Not that I'm aware of. I don't think so.
That's all I have, thank you.
John?
Yeah, my problem is, I don't like multiple signs on the buildings, first of all, so, can you talk to me, I mean, yeah, I know you're the sign maker, and there's nobody here representing the company, but can you talk to me a little bit about Flawless Med Spa, do you know what their operation is?
Yeah, so they, from my understanding and relationship with them, they've been in Stoneham for a while. They've been in that building for quite some time, so they must have developed a big clientele, and that's why they're moving into this space and they're paying for 2 signs. I mean, this sign order is probably worth like $12,000. I'm just saying in relation, most people will not invest that money, so if they're not
So
serious.
it's a massage parlor, or that type of thing, is this what I'm trying to get?
Oh, it's like a spa clinic. I'm not sure what they
They do,
what they
I think they do like laser treatments and.
Okay,
Yeah, it's a
so,
high-end-
That type of
so
stuff.
my point that I'm trying to work up to is, you're not driving down the street and saying, oh, there's a med spa. You're telling me that they're so big that they need more open space. They could just tell their customers they're at 11 Cambridge Street. There's a big 11 right on the front of the building. I don't see the need for the signs, especially 2 of them.
Wouldn't Dental Bright do the same thing too?
Dental Bright has the right because he's on the first floor. You don't have that right.
Yeah.
You know, I don't see the need for the sign, is my point.
I think signage is definitely, well, I'm a sign guy, I think.
No, I get it, I understand your perspective on it and stuff, but, I mean, my perspective is, I'm here to do what I think is best for the town and for everybody.
Yeah.
I don't believe that sign's gonna bring in business. It's just them showing off where they are, you know? They don't really need it.
So, we've done beauty salons, we've done med spas. Some of them are more high-end. They do want to advertise that way, and it is important to their business. At least that's how they envision it. So that's their opinion, you know? Again,
Right, I get that, I just don't agree with it. I'm disagreeing with it at this point. You know, it's not like their customers aren't gonna know where they are. You know? So, that's kind of where I am right now.
I respect that.
All right, I actually don't have a problem with this. I think the size is appropriate. If the rest of the board felt that I wanted to be smaller, obviously I wouldn't have a problem with that either, but the higher you go, the more it needs to be read. you know, I think the companies need, driving down Cambridge Street, even if they know it's 11 Cambridge Street, they need to be able to find it and pull in, but, I mean, that's my opinion, so, we can keep talking, we can keep, you know, deciding what we wanna do, if we wanna make an approval of something smaller, or I don't know, would you be able to approve it if we suggested a smaller size? Or would you go back to them?
I tell them that this is the only way we can get it done, for
Okay.
sure. Yeah.
Okay. Well, for right now, I'll open this up to the public. If there's anyone here to speak in favor or against this proposal? All right, seeing none, why don't we keep it open for now, as we may continue this. Does anyone have any thoughts on suggestions on how to move forward with this proposal?
I think we need more information. The other board members had spoken about what other signage is on the property, and you didn't have an answer for that, so.
There isn't, otherwise I'm almost 95% sure, 99, let's say 99. Otherwise, we'd have done it, they would have definitely have done it.
Okay, but I'm talking about on the street. Is there any, you're saying there's nothing now? I still would be in favor of a smaller version of what you proposed. I don't particularly like the size of the lettering, and I agree with John in the sense that if you've been operating there for a period of time, you know, people are aware of where you're at, even without the signage, but.
Oh, but they moved to this place, sorry, I apologize. They were in Stoneham on Main Street for some time. That's what I was saying, for a couple.
Oh, I
for
didn't,
several
I
years.
thought you said that they were,
Sorry, yeah, they just
Yeah.
moved into this new location.
oh, okay. All right, I thought you indicated that they were at Burlington and,
Oh, no, that's my mistake.
all right.
Yeah.
I still believe if they've built up that level of clientele, that they do have an ability to notify people where they are. I'm not saying that I don't think signage is a good idea. I'm saying that it should be smaller than what it is, or what you proposed.
All right, anyone else?
No, I'm all set.
All right, well, we can continue this if you want to go back to your client and talk to them about the potential of making this a smaller sign, and come back and see if that's acceptable to the board, and we can go from there.
Could we send some ideas your way to see before the next meeting what you guys would find interesting or find acceptable? Because, again, the issue is if we make the sign too small, I understand it's big here, we could definitely make it smaller and more appropriate so that you guys would be more favorable towards it. I just don't want to make it too small, because then if it's too small on the second floor, it's going to look silly, and then that would reflect on all of us too, that it looks really small and it doesn't look good on the building, and the whole building looks
Yeah.
out of place.
Well, why don't you, come up with what you think would work that's smaller?
Okay.
I mean, you can send it to us in advance, we can look at it, but we can't comment on it to you until we're at a public hearing.
Okay.
It's a couple weeks away.
Just curious, is this a chain or is it just one? Is it
It's just one.
just one? Okay, so there is some flexibility on design, I suppose, theoretically,
I could,
you know?
yeah, we actually worked on this font. I told them a different font. They liked this font. I'm not so crazy. I don't know, we could work on it if that's
Just curious,
another thing.
what did you recommend?
I recommended other fonts I thought were,
That would be more condensed? Because
Um,
I think my issue is, it's not necessarily the 31 inches, I think it's just, it's so long. And I guess Flawless Mesa is, you know, kind of wordy, so, but if it was a little smaller, then maybe it wouldn't be so long. I don't know. I'm not opposed to it. You know, I understand the need for signage. I don't know that there's a need to have it on both sides of the building, but, you know, I'm not, that's not my grievance. I think it's just,
I think we can improve upon the design for sure. I think they were really wanting to get the letters really tall, and I think they've been anchored to that. So I can go back and say that this isn't really gonna fly. We should do something a little more elegant that maybe might be more favorable and make it a little bit smaller, we could definitely do that.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
All right, we'd be open to looking at a revised alternative.
Okay. Thank
All
you,
right,
guys.
all right, so we're going to continue this item. Do we have a motion to continue?
Motion to continue.
Second?
Motion is made and seconded to continue the application for 11 Cambridge Street. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? 5-0. All right, our next meeting is September 4th, 3rd. Okay. So that, if you can get us the information to Joelle and the revised drawings prior to that, then we'll see you in a couple weeks.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Do you need the mailings and all that? Okay. Thank you guys for your time.
Are we, next item on our agenda is the minutes from our July 16th meeting. Has everyone had a chance to review the minutes?
Yes. Motion to approve minutes for July 16th meeting?
Second.
Motion is made and seconded to approve the minutes from our July 16th meeting, 2019. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? 5-0. And motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second?
Motion is made and seconded to adjourn. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Meeting adjourned.